And just because I knocked it out of his hand doesn't make me that I did something illegal. It just makes him that he wasn't holding his stick. All right? All right? Another time usually that we can get this check off, if I'm behind him and he goes to throw the ball and he throws it sidearm and he hangs it out there. All right? Those are really probably the only situations where you can kind of get a legal check off, because you guys are awesome coaches and you're teaching your players how to cradle up here. Right? You're not teaching them to be lazy down there. We're getting them up here and we're teaching them the proper way. So if this person's cradling like that, I can't check. All right, now it brings us to another youth rule, a youth-only rule. Level A, level C. I believe they took it out FC. Yes, they did. Level A, level C, lacrosse. What can I do? Because that's where always coaches going, because coaches think the be-all, get-all of every life is a check. It's not. It's playing defense. All right? So, how am I going to get that ball back? Man, this kid, the coach told him how to cradle good. I'm playing defense. I'm getting so frustrated. Basically, if checking were possible with the ball above the shoulder, and I hold my good defensive position for 3 seconds, I get the ball back. Okay, now we have to go back to understand what is good defensive positioning. In the game of women's lacrosse, you cannot check legally if you are on the opposite side of the stick, slightly behind, or even with. I can't check legally right now. All right, even though I'm bigger and I could probably reach over and not touch, because I am not in good defensive positioning. So if this positioning is happening, the 3-second call isn't happening. How do I get in good defensive position? Well, I move, I get in front of, now I can check legally. All right? If I hold this, they're cradling, they're doing whatever, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, whistle, I get the ball back. All right, it's a minor foul, I get the ball. All right, how can this player get me out of good defensive positioning? Change direction and go the other way. Now I have to reposition myself. All right, we tell our officials we're going to err on the side of the defense here, and we might call it a little quicker. We're hoping to call it. When the rule first came out, it hardly got called at all. I was just as bad, because what would happen was I'd go from doing a college level game and I'd go down and do the youth level game, and I'd be, 10 minutes into the game going, oh, I forgot to count. You know, so, and then I'd have my little youth official going, Mrs. McCarthy, you're not counting. So, and we count out loud, and it's 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, whistle, because we figured the 3, by the time the whistle gets to our mouth, you've had the 3 seconds. All right? Another good defensive position is, if I'm here, checking were legal, I can check, even though their cross is all the way up here. So 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, whistle. Again, that's a turnover. Even though I'm behind, but I'm behind stick side. Behind non-stick side, no good. All right? In front of should always be good. Because this player, if they stay in front of me, they can't go anywhere right now that they can get away from me. A double team. Again. And the reason we do this is because we want to reward good defensive play without having players who don't really have the body control yet to check, without having them thinking that's the only way they can get the ball back. So we put this rule in. Very simple. If checking were possible, I hold my defensive position for 3 seconds, the ball comes back to me. I will tell you that we do not live in a perfect world. I don't know if you people know that. I don't want to break the news to you, but we don't. So will this call get called 100% right? No, it will not. But what you can do as coaches, at the proper time, and the proper time is not screaming it out, hey ref, would you call that 3-second call? That's not the proper time. The proper time would be at a timeout after a goal, just as the official's walking by, hey, can you just watch that 3-second good defense? I think my defenders are doing a good job today. And you just keep going with it. Not what you say is usually how you say it. As you know, in any kind of business, how you get your results. What? You can quote me that. Right, but did I say how you can say it? That's right. Nicely, with respect, I will take. Screaming at me, I won't take, and none of my officials will take. All right? Done. All right? So that is the 3-second good defense. Now that's at the level of C and the level C. I mean the level A and the level C. We have a new rule this year. This one's legal. As you can tell, this was my daughter's stick when she played in high school days ago. Do you notice, if anybody could see, you see all those tight cords on the top of that stick? All right? This has now become illegal. The shooting strings. Everybody know what shooting strings are? The two? All right? Of course, the top and the V. All right? That is illegal this year. You need to have, and this one's hard to see because is yours a different color? No, they're hard to see when they're white. All right? Basically, you need to take those out and just put 2 in each little hole. And now you become legal. Why? Because this was making it way, 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 way too easy for them to shoot way, way, way too hard. All right? So, new sticks should have been manufactured last year. This stick is like 10 years old. So, this was the cool in thing when it was made. But just if you come across a stick like this, like if I had a kid who was playing now, I'd probably hand him this stick, send him to practice, and then you would say, oh, that's illegal. All right, so it's the shooting strings, and these shooting strings are these 2 strings. They're not allowed to be coiled anymore. Illegal, legal. Yeah. Okay?
I think that's high school level too. Yeah.
All level. Yeah. Even I believe college also. Yeah. If colleges, they need it more than we need it.
And like Laura pointed out, like pre-season, before the season really kicks in, do all this kind of administrative stick stuff with your girls, because it is a real drag when you go to that first game and the girl is unable to play because she has an illegal stick. It's an awful to be coaching there and have that girl be upset that she can't go into the game. So take care of all that stuff, study it. All that information's on the USL website with regards to legal sticks and some of those particulars.
Okay, now we're going to start talking about equipment. What kind of equipment besides a stick does your players need? First of all, they need goggles, correct? That's easy. We've been doing this long enough. They need to wear goggles. All right? What else do they need? They need a mouth guard. Now I'm going to go, right now I'm getting up on my mouth guard soapbox because I've seen way too many concussions with a not properly worn mouth guard. Most of your kids, they go out, and this used to be $1.99, I think it's up to $3 now. But they get this little mouth guard. I've actually molded this mouth guard. They'll just take it and put it in their mouth. We're done, good, I can go play. I swear, this is the most uncomfortable thing I ever did in my life. All right? But you know what? Mom bought me a $200 stick. She bought me $100 goggles. And then she said, we ain't got no more money. I'm going to buy you tonight the $3 mouth guard. Unfortunately, with all that equipment that they bought, this is the most important one. So this is where you should start and work your way to the $75 stick. All right? You have a mouth guard that is properly fitted, molded, either by a dentist, by a company that does it. This happens to be a Defender mouth guard. Love it, love it, love it. This is mine. Made for me. I can talk. I'm not uncomfortable. I can call out plays. I don't feel that I need to take it out.